TV KPM.
Yes, we will definitely explore it deeper.
Okay, we're all excited. Shall we continue with our lesson?
Yeah, sure. The next one is reading for specific information. So you might wonder, what is reading for specific information? Well, in classrooms, you might encounter reading comprehension texts where you have articles and then you have to answer several questions about the article. So that is when we read for specific information. We look at the text and we will try to answer and we will try to figure out what the question requirement is. Okay, so this is reading for specific information. So for viewers at home, you can refer to the text in page 68. Okay, I've got some tips which I think is very useful for everyone should we want to read for specific information. So would anyone like to try and read aloud the tips for us?
May I?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. First, read each question carefully. Identify the section in the text where the answer is found. 2. Eliminate the wrong options. 3. Look out for synonyms, words which have the same meaning.
Okay, thank you, Aisha. So I think these 3 tips is very important each time you want to identify specific information. For example, first would be for you to read the question carefully. What does the question want? Okay, and after you've done that, identify the section in the text where the answers is found. Is it in paragraph 1? Is it in paragraph 2? So ask yourself that, and we will do that after this. I will show you how, don't worry. And number 2, we need to eliminate the wrong options. Because normally when you have these questions, you would have 3 or 4 options for you to choose from. So when you read, you look at the options and then, you think, this is definitely not the correct one, so you eliminate it earlier, so it won't confuse you. And then, third would be for you to look out for synonyms. Synonyms are words which have the same meaning because, sometimes in the text, the words may appear differently in the questions. So synonyms might give you a clue to where the answer is. Okay, so that's the tips. Keep these tips in mind when we want to do the task. Okay, so again, we are like what I said before, we are going to refer to page 68 for the text and page 69 for the questions. Okay, this is activity C found in page 69. So viewers at home, let's do the questions together and you can refer to both page 68 and 69. Okay, this is task C. The instruction reads, read again. So you have to read the text again and answer the questions. You could choose either A, B, C, or D. So this is question number 1. When Stafford said that he was going to walk the Amazon, people thought that A, he was strong enough to achieve it. B, he would die if he tried to do it. C, he was brave enough to try. And D, if he was determined, he would succeed. So, Adriana and Aisha, which would you choose as the answer?
So both selected B. He would die if he tried to do it.
Okay, so let's look at the answer. Yep, definitely B is the answer.
Well
so
done
good
to
job.
both Adriana and Aisha.
Okay, so girls, why would you say it's B? Would you like to explain to us?
Yes, I'd say the answer is B because in the first paragraph and also the second and third line, it is stated that they said there was no way any human could survive such a long and dangerous journey. And I believe this phrase is similar to the answer B, which is he would die if he tried to do it.
So that's a very good reasoning that you gave us. So this is the clue. There was no way any human could survive such a long and dangerous journey. Okay, so let's look, for viewers at home, let's look at the text. When we identify, we need to make sure that the answer is here. So it would be here. Okay, just a while.
And we'll get the red color highlight. There you go.
Yep.
There was no way any human could survive such a long and dangerous journey. So that would be the supporting statement to this answer.
Yes, correct. And synonyms, remember for the tips, there's the synonyms.
Yes.
No way any human could survive, meaning they would die. So that's what I meant when we look at the tip for you to identify the synonyms. Okay, so this one is equivalent to die.
Right.
Yep. Okay, so that's good job, well done to both of you. Next, we have question number 2. What is not true about Stafford's journey? A, it took him longer than he expected. B, a Peruvian was with him for most of his journey. C, the batteries he had to carry weighed 40 kg. And D, the person he started off with didn't complete the challenge. So girls, which one would you pick? If you could just hold up your answers.
So both selected C. The batteries he had to carry weighed 40 kgs. Are you sure? Okay. Let's
Okay.
see whether we have supporting evidence.
Yep, it's C. So would anyone like to tell us why it's C?
I'd like to try. Okay. I found the answer in the second paragraph, the fourth and fifth line. It is stated that he had to carry 40 kilos on his back, and a lot of this weight was his batteries for the video phone and laptop. Hence, it is said that the batteries not specifically weighed 40 kilos. Instead, the batteries took up most of the weight.
So yeah, it could be a bit confusing, right, Adriana? So as what Adriana stated, the option C, the batteries weighed 40 kg, but in the text, it is stated that a lot of this weight was batteries, a lot, but it's not entirely 40 kg. So good job for identifying this one, Adriana.
There was a tricky one, I think.
Yeah, it is. Okay, now let's look a little bit deeper. What about A? Why is A not the answer? Anyone could tell us?
The A is not the answer because in the second paragraph, third and fourth line, it said that, however, by the time he reached the Atlantic Ocean on the other side of the continent, he had been walking continuously for 860 days. As the estimate that he need to take a year, but it's dragged to 860 days, which is true. It took him longer than he expected. So A is not the answer of the question.
Yes, A is not the answer because the question is actually something that's not true. Meanwhile, statement A is true. So that's why, again, remembering the tips I have given you, first is for you to read the question carefully. Okay, could somebody tell me why is B wrong?
B is wrong because in the second paragraph and also the second sentence, it starts with Stafford continued and was joined by a Peruvian forester Cho who stayed with him until the end. And from the answer B, a Peruvian mentioned is Cho, and Cho stayed with him for most of his journey and until the end.
So yeah, this statement is actually correct, right? Okay, thank you, Adriana. And we have got the final statement D. Could someone tell us why is it not the answer?
D, the person he started off with didn't complete the challenge. This option is a bit tricky. If you look at the second paragraph, at the start of the paragraph, it said that Stafford set off with another tracker, means that he had been with other tracker, but the past tracker returned home after 3 months. So the person he started off with didn't complete the challenge is true, which is not the answer of the question.
So that's a bit tricky as well because there's two trackers, so you need to really read the text. Okay, thank you Aisha for sharing with us. So viewers at home, this is the second paragraph. So the answer to this would be this one. Okay, these lines
Which
up
says
until this. A lot of this
he
weight
had to
was
carry 40
Yep.
kg on his back, which required a lot of strength. A lot of this weight was batteries for his satellite video, phone, and laptop. A lot of this weight and not the entire weight of the bag.
So viewers at home, this is where you find the answer for question number 2. Okay, next, moving on. This is question number 3. What was the cause of Stafford's skin disease? A scorpion, B, a fly, C, his diet, and D, it is not clearly mentioned. So girls, which one's your answer?
So both answered D. I felt squeamish when I was reading this part in the text. It is
Skin
not clearly
disease.
mentioned. Answer D. Is that the correct answer, Teacher Liyana?
Okay, let's have a look. Yep, it's not clearly mentioned. And I wonder why. So maybe could you girls explain it to us?
Would
Well,
like to
after I read the third paragraph, I read and I couldn't really find the answer, but it have words that have the same words in the question. So in the third paragraph, the third line, we see that they were continuously attacked by mosquito and Stafford was stung twice by the scorpions during the journey. A fly buried itself into his head and he also suffered a tropical skin disease. Sometimes they were forced to survive by eating whatever they could hunt or find. Their diet sometimes consisted of plants, piranha fish, wild cats, and even tortoises. So I refer back to the question, what is the cause of Stafford's skin disease? The option A is a scorpion. You see that he got stung twice by the scorpion, but not the scorpion is the cause of his skin disease.
Yeah, okay, thank you Aisha. Yeah, this one is a bit tricky as well. As you could see in the clues given, it just stated what happened to Stafford. He was stung by scorpions, a fly buried itself into his head, and he also suffered a tropical skin disease. But it's not mentioned as to how he managed to get the skin disease. So good job, girls.
Well done.
Okay, yeah. So for viewers at home, you can find this one here.
There you go. A fly buried itself into his head and he also suffered a tropical skin disease.
Yeah, there's no mentioning of the reason. Okay, for our next question, how did the community chief help Stafford and Cho? A, he showed them where to go. B, he agreed to stop the attacks if they left. C, he explained to isolated communities that they weren't a threat. And D, he paid the native people so that they wouldn't harm them. So which one's the answer, girls?
And Aisha is A, Adriana is A. He showed them where to go.
Yep.
Okay, that is the correct answer. Well done.
Definitely. Okay, why is A the answer? Could someone tell me?
The A is the answer because in the fourth paragraph, the last sentence, we see that they avoided an attack by agreeing to pay the community chief to be their guide. Guides means that the community chief showed them where to go, so the answer is A.
Okay, thank you. So yes, A is he showed them where to go. It's because the word guide over here is someone who shows somebody else where to go.
Right.
Okay,
that
so
is
correct.
Well done.
Didik TV KPM